Yo, welcome back to the podcast, man. My name is Jay, and I'm joined by my co-host Mike.
Howdly doodly.
Full of spunk today, apparently.
And energy.
And up in Command Center, man, up in the shadows, man, we got the man, the legend, the myth. Say it with me, Mike.
Mr. Rob.
Mr. Rob.
Mr.
Mr. Rob.
Yo, how's it going?
Yeah, pretty good.
Good. Yeah. Is everyone good?
Slightly
Who's
disgusting
gonna?
intro.
What?
That was slightly disgusting intro. That was for me, I must say. But anyway,
Why?
move on. I thought like at the end, I thought, why'd I do that? I thought, oh, that's disgusting.
What did you do?
I said full of spunk and energy, but and I thought that's very disgusting. So, I can't go back on that now, so I had to live with that for the rest of life.
Do you want to start again?
No. You know, it's we learn from our mistakes. We grow into better people. So no, leave that
It's true,
shit. Leave that
That's
shit
true,
to
man.
remind me of next time to never do it again.
When you actually listen to the episodes back, yeah, like.
Exactly. I don't
Yeah.
need to listen to them. I just know that was disgusting and it should never be done ever again by any man or any person. Anyway,
Touche, man, touche.
how I feel about that. That's how I feel about that.
Where did we get up to with the intro then?
Mr. Rob.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so a couple of things we're going to go over. No, hold up. There's going to be we're going to make some hoodies, some t-shirts, and they're going to be up on www.offcourse.clothing.com. We'll let you guys know when that comes out. And I'll beep, but I'll show you guys the designs and stuff as soon as I finish them.
Sexy.
So a couple of other things we're going to try and fucking talk about. Yeah, do you guys know who James Charles is?
James Charles.
He's like
No.
a guy that does makeup on fucking on YouTube, man. Anyway, he got caught before sending news to like a fucking, I think he was like 14-year-old boy, and then this time now he's been caught again now sending news to like a 16-year-old boy. So there's some fucked up shit going on there. Yeah, so we're going to try and talk about that shit. Lady Gaga, her French bulldog gets stolen by men
I heard about that.
who shot the dog walker in the fucking chest. The fuck. Logan Paul opens his first Pokemon First Edition box. He's got. I'll explain a bit more about that after. But he's from the first box. He pulled 2 First Edition Charizards. So that's fucking huge. Then we're just gonna have a little chat about like what's like the first thing we're gonna do as soon as lockdown's over. Then we're gonna head over to Mike. Mike's been cooking this week, and like
Whoa! I said it's last week, okay? I said it's not going to be.
okay.
continuous.
Okay. We won't be finding out what Mike's been cooking, but I'm sure at some point he will let you guys know. Yeah.
Well, I had to eat every day, you know what I mean? So I will be cooking something. So I guess I'm cooking something. But
See, but he doesn't want to let you guys.
Fun boy.
He doesn't want to let the people know what he's been cooking. Yeah.
fuck him, you steal my fucking ideas then. Fuck him.
Mike's on fire. Mike's on smoke today. Mike's on smoke.
Mike doesn't share food.
Oh no, whoa. That is a very yes, I do not share food. That is I could literally do a protest and a parade just to clarify that I don't share food of just for people in general who don't share food. There should be a parade just for that. Just I don't know how it started, but it would have a big fat banner saying we don't share food at the front of it, and we all just be eating fucking pudding and shit like as we fucking go by. Anyway, moving on.
Damn.
There's no such thing like I've googled it. Sorry.
No such thing. Oh, good. That means that's not my reason to do it.
Okay, and then the last one, right at the end. We all know what it is. Mike's porn pick of the week. The audience are on the edge of their seats, waiting to find out this week. So no spoilers through this one, please, and then we'll get back to you towards the end. Okay, so boys, let me like so for the first one, okay, the James Charles thing, like this guy that does makeup, he's like quite famous on YouTube. He does like makeup tutorials and all that kind of thing. He sells his own makeup and shit. Yeah. He's like the top dog of makeup at the moment. So
Is
he
that
was
like
caught before,
special effects makeup, or is that just general sort of like
just like normal makeup. Like
Yeah.
he's a guy that does like makeup. Yeah, but the so he was caught. Well, when I said earlier, like he was caught sending nudes to a 14-year-old boy, but um there was a 14-year-old boy lied to him and told him that he was of age. Yeah. And
Okay,
now,
so the 14-year-old said he was 18. Okay.
yeah, yeah, and then it's the same thing with this 16-year-old now. He's he didn't tell him that he was of age, that he wasn't of age. Sorry.
Okay. Is
Hold on. So my thing with this here is like, at what point do you think? So I think to yourself like, what the fuck? Like, so where's this James Charles getting in contact with all these fucking kids? He needs to come
Yeah.
off that shit. Come off that, man, and go on fucking Bumble or some shit.
They're adding him on Instagram apparently. And he's
Instagram?
added them on
Yeah.
Snapchat. That's his own words. He's got look at the stream chat.
You'd basically need to get himself off or out of this trouble. Is you need to sort of have photographs of like the texts that they've been sending him. Although you can't really on Snapchat, can you? I don't know. Can you? Yeah, I think you can actually. In some ways, sort of save the conversation that's happened between you and the other person. But yeah.
Like to me, like I just don't think like fucking.
James, we both know I blocked you. You never asked for my age, but I told you I was 16, and you proceeded to ask me for nudes and said it didn't matter. You called me hot and said I wish the timeline could speed up so you could be 18. That's some fucking
Damn.
that's grooming right there, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's what he's been abused of. That's what he's been accused of there.
I remember fucking what did I hear? I heard something. I can't remember who it was. It was like a famous YouTuber about 6 months ago. I heard it. I can't remember what his name was now, but basically he said like in a live interview saying this 6-year-old girl was hot, and the interview was like, "What?" Like couldn't believe like what he was saying. I can't remember who said it, but it was a YouTuber. I can't remember his name, but he basically said this like on a live interview. I can't remember what his name was now. It's going to my head and. Oh, I don't know what he was like famous for. It might have been for like gaming or things like that. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, he basically said that a six-year-old Instagram model was like hot or something like that. And like, it's like when I was listening to the interview, it was just like so. I almost felt like going sick when I was listening to it. To be honest. And
There's all kinds of fucked up here.
like he was like talking like he was normal, and the interview was like I don't think the new interviewer knew what to say. Like after that, but yeah, yeah. Referring back to this guy now, yeah, you just need some sort of I don't know proof to sort of get himself out of it.
But if what Rob said was true, yeah, it's like
Yeah,
at that point, I'm like fucking lock the cunt up here.
yeah. But then again, you just need proof as well. But like now you got this what was it, 16-year-old coming over and saying, "Wait, was that what Rob said? Was that true, or was that just like what could have happened?"
Well, that's what on Twitter. That's what he had.
That
I
is
responded
what's
to him on
happened.
Twitter for whatever he put out. He had like photos of
Okay.
text because it was more than what you could put into it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, in that case, yeah. He'll probably get into trouble for that, I'm sure.
Yeah, undoubtedly. The thing is, though, is that why he's going for Snapchat because the track's untraceable?
It depends. I think on Snapchat, it's like if you send in like a photo directly, then I think the photo can last for 5 seconds, or you can set it to until you click it off. But you can also screenshot. You can also like screenshot things as well. So you could do that. Or there's like a chat section where it kind of does the same thing. You write something, and then when they open it, the writing will go unless you save it, or you set the settings in the chat where it says, I don't know, save for a certain amount of time. So yeah, you can save it, but it depends on how you set the snap. basically.
Makes sense.
But yeah, Snapchat's always probably going to get in like trouble for like things like this. Really, I'm guessing like all the time, because it's like you can't say things, and I don't know. Snapchat always has been like quite a slightly seedy app, but at the same time, people use it for just selfies, like normal people do, and not talk to people with fucking kids, things like that. It's I remember playing Fortnite sometimes. I'm like doing battle royale. I feel a little bit awkward, like when there's like kids in the background. I'm like, oh, I feel very. Oh, I just mute them in the end because I just don't know if I can talk to kids. It just feels like too old. And then I'm like text their mates, when the hell are you getting on here? I feel like a fucking babysitting you or some shit.
I know what you mean.
And then it's like,
when you get abuse of a kid and
yeah, you do. You
chatting.
can't exactly. I feel
if they
bad for like
start
shouting.
shit. I just fucking mute them, you know.
Yeah,
There's no
like
need for it.
like you'll find the gun, like a good gun, like, oh, I want that gun, I want the gun. Like, fuck off, it's fucking my gun. You'll probably be shit with it. And they start crying, like, yes, go down. Like, fucking hell, mate, have the gun. So I just mute them after that, and then about halfway through, I'll unmute them, and then I'll hear them go ballistic. All you can hear is like, oh, fucking hell. They go fucking ballistic after I've like probably not done what they said, and like, I don't know, just ended up dropping all the guns that they wanted and not giving them much. Although I do tend to share a lot of the guns I have on Fortnite, things like that. But yeah, kids can be spoiled.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice way to reel it in at the end there, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Fucking yeah. I used to get some on the fucking when I was playing PlayStation as well and Call of Duty all the time. But most like what I found like I usually play it like late at night, so you don't really get that much kids on it really, to be honest.
You get like once it gets to the point where it's like you get foreign kids or the American kids start coming on. That's when you're really up late. Then when the American kids start coming on, it's like 4 a.m. Like you get the Americans coming on like 8, probably around 8 o'clock at night over there. And it's like, oh fuck it all. Okay, I think it's time to go to bed now.
I remember I was playing zombies with these Americans, and I was on the headset with them, and we were like fucking in the high rounds in like fucking over 10 rounds in at least.
Oh, yeah.
And they were asking me where the box was, and I was telling them like, oh, it's in the canteen. I kept saying it's in the canteen, like they were like they didn't understand
it is,
no. And then when they finally found where I was, they were like, it's the fucking cafeteria, man.
I like how they think they're right when the actual language called English. But I remember when I did the fucking zombies, I had to work at like fucking 9 o'clock the next morning as well. I started at 10 at night, and I was only expecting to sort of be on to like 12, and I couldn't get off the fucking zombies till like 4 in the morning. It was like we were still going till 4 in the morning. It was me and this. Oh, it started with me and this Italian, and I can't remember the other guy was. The other guy left at like around 2. And I should have gone there right on then, but I think it was like I got to like level 45 on zombies. Like, I had to go now. I think it got to the point where I had to go, and this Italian was just like, "No, you stay, you play. No, we're good. Like, no, I got work. No, you don't go to work. You fuck work off. Fuck work shit. I was like, oh, fuck it. I just turned my fucking PlayStation off in the end because I couldn't get away otherwise. So I just. Yeah.
The thing is with zombies, there's certain maps and stuff. You just in the end, it just becomes a loop. You just don't die.
Yeah, it was getting to that point, but I don't know. I think pretty much by that point it was just him reviving me. Like I had passed my sort of potential and the expectation of how good I was. Basically, he was just carrying me after rounds. I don't know, fucking 35 or something. So for 10 rounds, he was just carrying me after that. So and then the end, I was fucking I want to go to bed now, mate. Got work in like 4 hours or something. Yeah, good times.
Yeah. Yo, so what are we thinking about this fucking Lady Gaga business with the dogs being like stolen and some stolen by gunpoint apparently.
Yeah, and he shot the the dog walker as well. Is she dead? I'm not sure if.
I just read the headlines, bro. I don't know.
You know what my take on that is?
What?
Don't live in America.
Only in America
Oh, yeah.
will stuff like that happen. Like
Yeah.
nowhere else will that happen. No one steals a dog at knife point or things like a gun. Yeah, but yeah, that's just the nature of a country which like sort of loves guns. But
Mm.
like the
The thing is, the violence in fucking in the UK is still fucking high, though, as well, you know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we don't have. I don't know. I can't imagine someone doing that to a dog though. Like stealing a dog at knife point. It's just not. I don't know. It's like
If people knew that it was Lady Gaga's fucking dogs, they would steal them.
That's true.
I'm trying to think of a British celebrity now. Yeah, that would.
Like Rowan Atkins or something.
Yeah, would
Well, I
someone
guess
go
it's
and do
Mr.
that to? Would someone do that
Yeah.
to his dog? I don't know. It just doesn't. It doesn't sound like a British thing that would happen. Like American, yeah, I would like something like that would happen in America, especially after happened in Conquest with Invasion, things like that. Like I'm trying to think of like the most ridiculous thing that's happened in Britain, like something like that.
Yo,
Like years.
don't hold up. So sorry to interrupt you, but like I've just had a thought now. Yeah, do you think American people would understand Mr. Bean?
Mr.
Or
Oh,
would they think?
they did the movie, didn't they, Mr. Bean? Oh, he's got one. The first one, 1997. It was just called Bean, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know how well it was received in America. I think they did in that movie Americanized it a little bit. Like this, the humor was a little bit different compared to the traditional Mr. Bean episodes.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you remember watching it, it was slightly.
Yeah.
You could tell had a bit of a American influence in it. It was still funny, still good, but you could tell it was like I'm not sure if it was produced by an American or it had some sort of input from Americans in the movie. I can't really describe it. Really, it's just like humor where I think Americans a little bit more. I don't know. It's like UK is a more sarcastic sort of kind of humor. America's more in your face, like
Yeah.
see what you see. Whereas I don't know, UK humor is more. You got to think about it more. It's I don't know, I like American humor. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I think UK humor is like completely different to like American humor, definitely. And I think Canadian humor. I remember when I was in America, I saw a Canadian channel. I thought it was fucking really funny. It was kind of like a cross between American and British humor. Like I always thought like Canadians like the bastard son of like an American and a British like guy. Basically, that's what I sort of thought of Canadians. But no, I remember like watching a Canadian movie, and I can't remember what the movie was called, but it's like it was funny. But it was like a weird sort of like cross between British and American humor.
Nice. I think Mr. Bean's been played in like 180 countries worldwide. Because if you think of the telly series, he doesn't actually talk it. You know?
Because that's why I'm a bit confused with it. Because like I don't know. But would
Yeah,
they
he only
get? Would they
talks in the
get it?
movie,
Though?
really. Why not? It's mostly slapsticky, that part of it. Yeah.
I think they would get Mr. Bean. Like I know some Americans liked Little Britain.
Okay, but so what's the American version or American equivalent of Mr. Bean then? What have they got? What were they watching?
Pee-wee,
TV. Oh yeah.
probably the closest I'd say. Pee-wee's a little bit darker though. Pee-wee went down for like some weird things, didn't he? The guy who played them, didn't he? Like, oh, what did he do?
Yeah, he does some fucked up shit.
I can't remember what it was now. I'm not sure if he did something like
But like,
fucking.
but hold up. But like, like I didn't even watch Teletubbies. I watched wrestling and. Oh no, hold up! I watched Johnny Bravo.
I'm sorry, bro, that's fucking hilarious. That was my favorite cartoon of all time, apart from Ren and Stimpy.
I
I used
think
to like.
Is it called Cat and Dog?
I was like Cat Dog. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, Cat Dog. Yeah. That one. Fucking Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh yeah. I remember actually those devices you had when you were little, like when like girls used to make them like it was like shaped like a weird fucking pyramid. You basically say to pick a number, you'd say 7. They go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pick a color, and then you pick a color. They do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they'd lift his finger,
Oh,
and then you say,
Oh yeah.
"What's it called? What's it called?"
Jibber jabber.
Basically, we did that when we were like drunk 18, yeah, and basically one of them used to say like, you got to pull the girl in the style of Johnny Bravo. That was the best one to have. I thought I can't remember what the other one was, but I remember having that one as my favorite.
The ones I used to do were just full of insults, man. Like, you're a cunt.
Yeah, might be one there where it's like you're a legend. The rest is just now you're a cunt.
Yeah. Sorry, you're a cunt today.
But I'm actually bring a game back for like our topic, which will be covered further in this episode, where I will bring that game back when I go out, and you'll say like how you got to pull a girl, or I don't know what you got to do that night, like down a pint, pull a girl in style Johnny Bravo, fucking sing a karaoke song, things like that. I think I'll turn into a game. I think when lockdown is all over, things like that.
Yeah, man. Sounds good.
I'll bring it back.
Official WD podcast merch right there. You can just buy a Jibber Jabber made by Mike. It's got a drinking game in it.
What's it called again? The
Jibber
thing.
Jabber.
Jibber Jabber. Oof.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I have to think of Mr. T. I think Jibber Jabber.
Quit your Jibber Jabber. Yeah.
It was Mr. T who said that, right? I haven't got that wrong.
Yeah, it was, yeah. No, it was Mr. T. Yeah.
I thought I got that wrong then.
Yeah, let's move on to fucking Logan Paul. From what I understand, he's gone round and bought as many booster boxes as he can get hold of, and he's opening them up like one by one type of thing. And from the first one he's opened, he's pulled 2 first edition Charizards. And I think I might be wrong, but I think around about now, 2 first edition Charizard would be worth about $1 million.
That's
Like,
mental.
I remember when I was in Manchester once, and I bought from like a fucking agency a pack of Pokemon cards, and I found the fucking shiny Charizard in there, and I was like, "Fuck me, I was lucky." And then years later, I found out that my fucking mum had thrown it away. I was like, I wanted to fucking cry. It's like, mum, that was worth at least at one point in the next 20 years, $1,000 at least. I can't remember what edition it was Charizard. I'll never know, to be honest. But it was something which would fucking ridiculously lucky. It's probably like a 1 in, fuck knows what the chances are finding a Charizard in that kind of sort of just like a deck of cards. I could only think that was because I was in Manchester. That's probably why I found that card like in the news agency. I thought it was still in the news agency, so it's very weird how I found it. Anyway, Aaron.
Yeah, like I went through a stage where I was buying loads of Pokemon cards just trying to find that Charizard, but like the Charizard VMAX or the Rainbow Rare or some shit. But I never fucking found it. But I still like the cards I did have, I ended up fucking selling them on eBay. And yeah, I made well over £100.
Nice. Yeah, I can't remember exactly whatever. I think that was by far my best one I had. I had a few like shiny cards, but they were nowhere near compared to that Charizard. That Charizard was just like my fucking treasure, basically. I think I should have just illustrated how important it was, that card, but I think to a parent at the time, you just think, oh, it's a card. Surely it can't be that important.
The times are changing now. The times are changing now, because you got non-fundable tokens and stuff as well now. Also non-fundable collectibles, or whatever the fuck they're called. There's fucking there's a
Ethereum network, yeah. Isn't there like an artwork of like a?
It's all on the blockchain as well. Yeah.
Isn't there like an artwork of Donald Trump? I'm gonna try and find that one actually, because you guys will fucking wet yourselves when you see it. It's hilarious.
Are you gonna send it to the group?
Nah, I'll show it on Discord.
Oh, you actually tagged the how to make a Jibber Jabber.
Oh yeah, I put that in Discord, in the WhatsApp chat. Yeah.
Find the WhatsApp chat. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely make that.
This one. I was looking up a new tab and if it'll. It's not much bigger. Okay, I'm gonna show it now, boys.
Yep.
You should be able to see that. Oh wait, no.
Is this in the WhatsApp or is it in the?
On the Discord.
What the fuck is that?
That's being sold here, $6.6 million as a non-fungible token.
Why can't I see it?
Oh, nice.
This is Donald Trump, and it's got like loser and stuff written on him, like a deflated. What's it called? Deflated Donald Trump.
Oh.
That's what it's called.
Okay.
But that person can then choose to make prints of it, but that's a 1 of 1. That's why it's sold for 6.6 million. But they can make prints of it then, so you'd have a 2 or a 3. And they'd be able to sell that for a nominal value, but it'd bring down the price of all 3 of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Must be classed as modern art then, I'm guessing.
That's how that's going to be traded in the future, mate. It's all going to be digital.
I remember when I was in, I think it was
It actually
museum.
moves. Wait, boys, I'm going to show you the actual one that moves.
It moves.
Oh yeah.
I still can't fucking see it.
It's probably usually I'm gonna wait. Do you want to hear the? I'll show you the sound of the birds and things now.
I don't quite understand the whole thing with them at the moment. So I'm looking into it a bit. Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting though.
Yeah, but I was in Liverpool. I went to like a museum there, like a school trip, and this was like fucking.
What was that, Mike?
To go through. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Because I can't remember what the museum was called, but yeah, probably that one. I think it was next to the university, and it's about probably fucking 15, 20 years ago now, and literally there's like this well, what do we call it, sculpture or like a art piece, I'd say, of a tennis ball, just like a plain tennis ball, and it was attached to 2 wheels on the side of it. So basically, had a tennis ball with 2 wheels. Like, how much do you reckon that got for like be sold off for? Like, it was worth 35,000 alone, like just for that. I was like,
Jesus.
fucking what? Like, the guy got 35,000 just for making that, and
Nuts.
and my teacher's like, well, I was like, I could have done that. I was like, well, you didn't. I was like, well, why the fuck would I? Who the hell right mind would do that? Like, is it like, oh, okay, is it like, I'm not quite sure what he's trying to say here. Like, tennis ball on wheels. Like, I know he's trying to say. Like, what? I was trying to find like the art in it. That's where like I get a little bit. I don't know. Some people say I'm like considered artsy, but I'm like, fuck, I can't see any fucking art in that, to be honest with what I was trying to say in that. I don't know. Can you boys see any sort of meaning there? Like,
In the Donald Trump one?
oh no, and the tennis ball with attached to 2 wheels.
Tennis ball attached to 2 wheels.
Yeah, basically like wheels, like it's like
bounce back and carry on. Bounce back and carry on, man.
Bounce fast and carry on. That's probably that's good you'll get. I'm not sure what he called it. And another one that went for fucking 10 grand was a guy who literally trashed his room to fucking pieces, and he got 10k for that. He sent a picture and framed it, and he got 10k for basically making a huge mess in his room. And that was modern art. I never quite understood after that, really.
Okay. It's weird, man. People will buy fucking anything.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Fucking.
But I think it's more the name as well these days. Like, I've seen a lot of, like, say if a famous person did an artist now, like that fucking painting will go for fucking, I don't know, millions. But an artist probably, yeah, doesn't get famous till he's dead usually. Is this the picture I'm looking at now? Here we go.
Scroll down, Mike, to the Twitter feed.
Yeah.
There's a video there. I'd tell you what my interpretation of that is, yeah, is that Donald Trump was trash, yeah, and everybody's forgotten about him and they're just walking on by now. I don't know.
basically.
That's quite.
He's defeated.
Nah.
He's defeated.
But 6.6 million for that, like, and it's on the Ethernet, I think. Yeah, that's how the Ether network. That's how how it's been sold. Yeah.
It's on the blockchain somehow.
Yeah, and I think it's the Ethereum network, do you know? Because they allow a
Yeah.
lot of developers to
No, I think you're right.
create on there.
Yeah.
That's quite dark, guys.
It is, yeah. It's fucking sinister, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cunt though, but
A
You can build a wall.
little
You have a
too
beautiful
far.
wall.
I'm not sure I'd go as far as to wish him dead like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit too far, that
Yeah.
one, but
But yeah, no,
okay.
they're trying to spark a conversation. That's what
Yeah.
I take from it. Yeah, it's obviously a bit tongue in cheek, isn't it? Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
clearly self-aware as well. Yeah.
Yeah, whoever did it was definitely not a Republican.
I don't know. Actually, I've heard a lot of Republicans speak out about after Donald Trump's left. You know,
Yeah, I think some
because
have
they
been
were
like
a lot of them
divided
were
and
probably
some.
just keeping up appearances. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like Republicans tend to be as they are Republican, but they tend to be quite democratic as well at the same time. But yeah, I think the way he went about it was very
Oh yeah,
well,
completely
the
undemocratic.
complete
That's what I
opposite.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he did.
So I think that's probably why, yeah, a lot of like sort of gone the other way.
So when lockdown's over, what's the first thing you're gonna do, Mike?
I think you can guess what I'm going to do. I'll give you. I was going to say I'll give you 3 guesses, but I think you probably get it in one. What do you think I'll do?
Mike's gonna be in the pub.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was going to give you 3 guesses, and I was like, fucking hell, that's too easy.
Yeah.
I'm going with the studio, to be honest.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I had time off pretty much the studio, and I need a lot of things like updating in there. I think the computer more than anything has been driving me insane. Like the amount of money I've put into the computer has fucking been insane. Like to get things updated in there now, the internet hasn't been great on that computer, so it's like a headache. So I think quite enjoying not having that headache of keeping things maintained in the studio. 'Cause it's been very expensive. So no, I'll probably go to the pub first and foremost, and then might look at how I can sort of go about fixing my computer around the internet a little bit more. I might have a look and see if I can put like some sort of Wi-Fi adapter in it. For some reason, I don't know why, it doesn't make sense, but like going straight in Ethernet cable, it doesn't give a strong signal out to the internet. Like it's still a little bit of internet on it, but for some reason it just doesn't go quick. I don't know why that is. But my Wi-Fi is like a lot quicker. Like when you go on your phone there, it's like fucking really quick. But for some reason on the internet or the computer, it doesn't work. Very strange. So for that reason, I'm going to go to the pub.
Nice. You might be able to fucking soon enough, yeah?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure when the pub is supposed to be open in Wales. I know in England there's meant to be. Well, I'm not sure.
Oh, do you know what would be interesting? Yeah, is if they open everywhere up, but a lot of people still haven't had their vaccines. What will people do?
I think what they'll do is you'll get to that point where you'll like, I'm imagining it's like some sort of graph going now where I think it bounces out where it's like COVID is just as dangerous as the flu. Then they'll probably say, okay, now we can sort of start. I imagine like once I'd say 80% of the population has been vaccinated, maybe even 90. I'm not sure. Like how many's been vaccinated already? Like in the UK,
19
like
million.
I don't know.
Yesterday.
Do you know what the percentage of the population of
So
that
that's
is? Like
that's like a third of the population. Yeah, that's everybody.
third of the population.
That's first vaccine.
Yeah,
so
I think.
You're talking more about like half of that, say. So 16% maybe.
Yeah, like a lot of that the second already. But that's more like nurses and people like dealing with like patients a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like I know a mate of mine who's got his first and second vaccine done.
My mum's had hers.
Had no symptoms as well for those anti-vaxxers. Was fine. Didn't grow a fucking third tit or something like that. It was fine. It's fine.
You only get the normal sort of.
Like sort of
Yeah.
flu. Like I remember I used to get the flu vaccine a few years back because I getting fucking colds and shit like that, and I was getting frustrated with it, especially around winter. So I just thought, fuck, I'll get a flu vaccine, and I felt a little bit like I was coming down with something the first day, like a little bit achy, but nothing more than that. Next day I was fine, and I was fucking fine for a winter.
Was it you?
So yeah, so get the vaccine. But
Pro-vaccine.
but I imagine once I'd say 3/4 of the population would probably, once they get the vaccine, I don't know, or maybe it is until everyone they think.
But what I'm saying is like just think about it, like how many people will, like, say for example now, like if people now, like they're thinking to themselves, like, okay, everywhere's open, but I haven't been vaccinated. Like, what the fuck? Like, do I go out or do I stay in, or like,
Yeah.
you know?
I imagine there must be some sort of statement that'll be released, say like what would happen in that sort of situation. Because that'd be quite bad, and sort of say, okay, the pubs. I don't know. I think it's social distancing as well, so I think it's probably by June 21st in England anyway. Where I think Boris Johnson said he wants there to be no social distancing by that point. That's what his target is anyway. So I imagine it will be by then when I think it will be everyone will have to have the vaccine. So for that to happen anyway. So I think it won't be a case where it'll be we'll open the pubs and those who have to sort of social distance still because they haven't been vaccinated can't go. I think that would be unfair, really. They might do that, but I imagine they'll just probably just do it so everyone can sort of go at the same time. But no, they do open the pubs, like still, but you still just got social distance. But I think they said anyway, even those who've had the vaccine anyway, I don't know, can they still carry the virus? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think that's right. Yeah, so I
Mhm.
imagine
Still
they'll
carry it,
just
yeah. So you still
yeah.
need to. We still need to have social distancing.
So
Probably
I
masks
imagine
till next year. Yeah.
yeah. So I imagine they'll say just social distance, even though you've had the vaccine anyway. But I don't know, like what would there still be masks? 'Cause I think he said he didn't want everyone to social distance once it gets to June 21st. But I don't know. I think that's more of a target, and I don't know. I've noticed the government tends to put things a
That'd
little
be
later.
that'd be nice, though.
But I don't know. Like I would imagine there would be a need for a mask once everything's vaccinated, because I imagine it'll be
Once
like
everybody's vaccinated, it must be so bad then. Yeah, but they say
yeah.
it'll take till next year to vaccinate everybody twice. Yeah.
I imagine by then once everyone's vaccinated, it'll be pretty much like normal flu. Like it'll be treated as basically where it'll just kill like
Yeah, it'll just be
the
the
same
elderly
rate as the
and
flu
people. Yeah,
does.
get it.
Yeah,
Uh,
or
and you'll need the
just
boosters and
those.
stuff when the vaccine doesn't effective anymore because of mutations or whatever. So they'll have to
Yeah,
modify the
you
vaccine and have to
usually
give you an
would.
extra dose. Yeah.
Yeah, usually like mutate. I don't know, like. Is it like a case where you'd have like a booster every 4 or 5 years? I can't remember how it worked.
Yeah,
I've heard
something like
like
that.
you
Yeah.
get the first one, and then you got 12 weeks window to get the second one, and then once you've had the second one, I can't remember what the wait was. I think then to get like an update, I think it might have been like a sort of same thing you get with like a booster or like I had what's that thing called?
I was going abroad with work a couple of years ago to the Middle East, yeah, and to go there, you needed to you didn't need to have any vaccines, but I went to the doctor to check, and they were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you don't need anything to go there, but you're actually out of date on these two." So they gave me
Yeah.
two boosters then, yeah. But because I hadn't
What
been to
what
the
what were
doctor
you
for so long
updated
for
on?
anything, so I don't know, meningitis, I think it was, yeah. But it was like just
Yeah.
a booster, yeah. So I got two boosters off them, and I felt fine, yeah. So
What, did you get them all at the same time, or
yeah, they just gave me two, one in one arm, one in the other.
just fell a little bit? But you're right. The next day, fuck, I think I remember I had one for I remember I had one for polio. No, because I stood in rusty nail. I did that work. Oh, fucking like
Tetanus,
a
yeah.
bastard. That's the one, tetanus. Yeah. That had, last time I had that was like 994, and they're like, "Yeah, you should go to the hospital right now." I was like, "Okay." So yeah, I had the booster for tetanus and polio, and I think that's meant to be like 10 years. So I hope it will be like saying for COVID, but I think it's going to be probably the same as like flu, where you'll need it every year. I think I'm not entirely sure about it though. Hopefully it will be, but I imagine if it's like a flu, then it probably would be every year you'd need a sort of a
Yeah.
booster. Which I feel very bad on people who have a phobia for needles. Fuck, you know, that must be horrible. I don't really like. I don't have a phobia of them, but usually when they put the thing in, I don't tend to look. I just look away. Like I remember I had the fucking camera up my ass.
Hey, bro, I've been there. Yeah, I feel like it's fucking painful. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's the most.
Both you now, hey, hold on. Both of you have lost your watertight seal now. You'll never be able to wear white in your wedding.
By the way, I've had the camera up through every point of entry in my body. I've had a camera up my nose, my mouth, my ass, my dick, every entry.
My God.
But funnily enough, the dick was not the worst and most painful. It was actually the ass was the most painful.
Yeah, that was fucking
I'll explain why now that is, yeah. Basically, when it was... By the way, yeah, how many people do you reckon it takes to supervise a camera up the dick? I thought 2 people max is more than enough. But basically 5 people in there. And 3 of them had to be very good-looking girls. I was like, fucking hell. I felt so bad. I was like, I get in there and like... I was like, oh, these 2 students are going to fucking... It was like your worst nightmare, basically. You're getting there, like, oh, do you mind these 2 students to sit in? I'm like, I want to say no, but I'm like, yes, it's fine. And just like some reason, as soon as I sat down in the room, my fucking dick said, whoa, going back in. So he decided to fucking shrink like a fucking peanut. And I was like, why now? Has it got to shrink? And like, as soon as he took me to sort of, okay, can you just pop your kegs off? I was like trying to flick my dick just to get some sort of blood going. Like, come on, look bigger, please. Basically, can't look this back on you in front of 2 girls. So, yeah, it was quite. I don't know. It was painful, but it was quite quick.
So what I took from that was that you'd be hopeless in a threesome, Mike.
No, not really, because it's. I don't know. It's a bad time. I didn't want to get turned on. You know what I mean? What if you got turned? That was one of my fears. That was actually what I thought. What if he sticks the needle in and they get like some sort of a reaction? So that was like, I think you go into defense mode. Is what it is. So I think
So
when you get
Squad
defense
did like a
mode,
turtle.
everything just sucks up. But no, in threesome it's like attack mode. So. When I say attack, I don't mean like I'm gonna fucking kill them. By the way, but I'm ready to be lively, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But whereas, yeah, a guy's about to stick a needle up your dick. Last thing you're thinking about is an erection. So
That's
Yeah,
true.
I suppose,
That's true.
Yeah.
got all that stuff in, didn't I? Anyway, but it was quite quick. The job, I think, it was only about 2 minutes. Whereas the cam up the ass felt like 10, 15 minutes, and it basically felt like I needed to take a shit every 2 seconds. You know when you got like diarrhea and you got like pain in your fucking abdomen, you just want to shit, but nothing's coming out because you got a fucking camera up your ass.
I think the one down the throat's just as bad though, you know, because I've got a high testosterone. Yeah, I've got a high testosterone in my like above my stomach.
Yeah.
So part of my stomach's above my diaphragm. But
yeah,
that when they put the camera on, I just kept on vomiting. It was disgusting.
That was for me. Like that was more like the fear before it happened. Like once I had it, I felt like I was. Isn't too bad this, but like I did gag once they pulled the camera out of my throat, which I felt. You know, yeah, if I was gay, I'd be a great porn star. And gagged once until the end where they pulled out. So I thought, you know, I'd have made a great porn star. I've wasted my career here. But
do you know most gay porn stars are straight? Yeah. Or is it the way around?
Really?
Almost.
Well, you're not going to convert me, Rob. You can try and throw as much money as you can at me, but it's not going to happen. But no, it was. Opening all doors here now. But no, it was. Yeah, I still say the camera up the Jacksy was by far the worst. Like it's more uncomfortable. I think the camera down the front was more uncomfortable, but it wasn't painful.
You said it was like 2 minutes. Yeah, like I can't imagine 2 minutes of something down my. Dick
The one
on.
with the, well, sure. Funny enough, yeah, the anesthetic was painful, and even though it was supposed to fucking make it less painful, I thought, what the fuck? I need anesthetic for the anesthetic. I was like, I felt like a fucking swarm of bees just swam at me and stung every inch of my fucking bell end. And then they put the camera up. Okay, yeah, the camera didn't hurt by then, but fuck me, the anesthetic was fucking painful. And then they basically put his tube down it and fill your bladder for water, so it felt like I was having a piss in reverse. That was weird. Fucking hell, it was like
so you got an enema.
not well. It was basically but through the pee hole.
What?
Fill the bladder the wrong way, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So they basically they filled the bladder up to basically look inside the bladder, but basically all it was basically after all that, all it was
how many fucking tubes did you have down your dick?
Oh no, it was only one, I think.
Just the
It
one,
was
yeah,
like
they do it all through the same tube, yeah.
or they might put what they do is quite clever. I think they might put like if they want to take a biopsy, they put it down the camera somehow, so it attaches to the camera, and they just like scratch a little bit the bladder. And the pee after it, oh my god, you'll never have a more fucking painful pee after it. It felt like I was pissing fire at my dick. Oh fuck it, that was painful.
There's got to be more. There's got to be a more advanced way.
Try sleeping with some of the girls from town, Mike.
That was probably just as bad as the actual examination. That the peeing after was the worst ever. I'm surprised there's no blood. I think there might be like a little bit. No, I don't know if there was actually, but he did say there might be blood in your pee. But no, I don't think there was now. Now that I remember back, but it was a fucking painful piss. I remember that. That was like it was like I was pissing needles coming out. It was fucking and flames. But no, after all that, they basically said, "Yeah, I think you're just sensitive to caffeine, mate." It's like really.
Oh fucking hell!
Well, I think though. It's worth doing it, otherwise you'd always be thinking, "Fuck, what if it's something else?" Why
yeah, but you got fucking. It's like you got duped into doing it.
I don't know. They were like examining my prostate. Said no, prostate's fine. It's basically I had the urge to pee a lot, but it was basically because I was drinking caffeine at night. I think it was tea, so I don't really drink tea much anymore. Or I'll drink caffeinated tea, or I might have had maybe too many. I don't know. It was just basically caffeine, and I don't drink any like sort of fizzy drinks anymore. Not even Coke and cigar now. Otherwise, it would just do the same thing again.
Mm-hmm.
It's diuretic, yeah, so it makes you want to go to the toilet.
So yeah, my fucking diet is very clean now and caffeine free, and yeah, peeing feels a lot better now.
That's
And yeah, I think the kind of the ass was just chalked down to IBS, which I think it was worth having that because that was quite fucking, horrible. But yeah, I think it's good to have these things just so you know if there's anything major going wrong. And I remember actually, like before the examination of the ass, I think because it's a lot worse. Because remember, Rob, did you have to like not eat for like a day before it, and they gave you sachets, and you're just shitting all day.
And
Your ass, your ass.
Drink this fucking liquid, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's called. You're just shitting for like 2 hours. Solid.
Yeah,
and it's just it's like this water, but it's not. It doesn't even taste like water. It tastes really thicker than water.
Yeah,
but it
you
is.
basically.
I don't know. It's grim.
It just feels like you're pissing
out
acid.
It feels like you're pissing out your ass. Yeah, it's fucking horrible.
It feels like you're pissing acid.
colon blow.
Fucking horrible.
It is literally colon blow, but it's not like a fucking small amount, you know. It's like a fucking super soaker, yeah. It's fucking disgusting.
Could you make a jelly out of
I
it?
never thought anything of that force could come out of my fucking body, yeah. And it's you know, like projectile vomiting, yeah. Nah, scratch that, blood. It's fucking a million times more powerful. Yeah. Jesus. I swear to God, if you had your fucking cacks on, you'd have ripped a hole in them. You're like a fucking sandblaster.
I think because of the preparation of that and the actual examination, that's what makes it the worst out of the whole lot.
Yeah, no, I think that's worse than the exam itself, you know.
Yeah, I think it could be. Well, yeah, I don't know. I had a bit of a bad
experience. That
experience
on my
with
fucking worst enemy. Yeah, fucking hell.
It was fucking that was grim. I think apparently men have one when you're 50. Fuck me, that's not going to be and very enjoyable experience.
Mhm.
Is it like I can't remember, or you just get like a prostate check when you're 50 or late
I know you get a
40s?
prostate check when you're older. Yeah, I've already had mine
Yeah,
checked as well,
yeah.
yeah. So
But
we'll go.
but yeah, not sure if you need that. I don't know if that's just America where you need a I can't remember the called, not a sigmoidoscopy. That's what mine was called anyway. But I think
Oh,
they got
yeah.
a different name for it. But that looked the one I had looks up for the whole fucking intestine. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah, that's what mine did as well, yeah. All through the big
Ugh.
intestine, yeah. Because they couldn't figure out why I was feeling so rotten all the time, but they just put it down to the height in the end. So they could have, if they'd gone down initially, they wouldn't have had to go up at all.
Yeah. Oh, disgusting.
Hmm.
Anyway, let's move on from this topic of
Traumatizing.
disgustingness.
Yeah, no, it was.
Putting people off all these things though.
But
So-
we'll release this on a fucking midday on a Sunday. Hope nobody's
But-
eating their lunch while they're listening to this, and we apologise if you are.
If you have symptoms and are worried,
Oh,
I
yeah.
would still recommend going to see a doctor,
100%.
even though it is a little bit disgusting. But
Yeah.
it's not
Mike,
that bad.
Mike's weekly PSA right there for you.
No, the thing is, you have to care about your health here. You've only got
Exactly.
1 year, so fucking.
So yeah, it needs to keep it checked. It just might have to
Don't get
go.
me wrong,
You,
yeah,
you, get,
I
you
eat
get a
what the
funny
fuck I like
story
here.
of it anyway.
I eat what the fuck I like here, but otherwise, look after yourself. I have
You
been eating
look
what
at
the
it this
fuck you
way
like
as
here.
well. You get a funny story out of it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
No, that's true.
anyway, what's the next on the topic of
Well,
discussion?
What's Mike been cooking this week?
I've just been cooking tea every night, like an normal person. Nothing fancy. I think I made.
You had a pizza.
No, I haven't had the pizza in ages. Actually, I think last night I had a pizza probably was on the first lockdown. If I
Oh,
remember.
yeah. I love a
I think it's on
frozen
Pizza
pizza.
House. I love. Yeah, I might have a pizza every now and then, but I've not actually had a pizza in quite a while. I think it was actually the first lockdown when I had the pizza. What's your favorite pizza?
Meat feast. The barbecue
Yeah, me
topping
too.
and double cheese.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
one of those. I'm one of those pricks who has pineapple on his pizza.
Ah,
Unfortunately.
yeah, I did pineapple on pizza as well. That's alright. Yeah,
Oh, good.
Do you know what? I probably would do it as well, to be honest with
It's. I know people say fruit is not. Pineapple isn't. It is a fruit, but it's a very refreshing fruit.
Yeah, but it
That
goes well with
tastes-
ham and tomato. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had like a hamburger with a pineapple in it and like
Yeah, fucking.
it's
You're right. I'd
good.
have a fucking burger with pineapple. It just tastes a lot more
And some
refreshing,
and
especially on a
some
hot
cheese.
day.
I fucking right here.
If I was to have a choice of food on a hot day, it would be a burger with pineapple in it and just a fucking cider or something with ice on a hot day.
Oh, I wish I could
Oosh.
decide that. I'd just get heartburn like a motherfucker.
I know. I
Plus
don't drink cider much.
I don't touch alcohol, so.
Yeah, I'll have 1 or 2 ciders now, max. I can't have any more than that. Otherwise, it will, yeah, like you say, heartburn straight away. But no, other than pizza, I think I made a ribeye steak on Friday, which is the most fanciest fucking thing I had, really. I overcooked it a little bit. The fucking packaging lied to me, said high heat, both sides for a minute, fucking burnt it to fucking crisp. I usually have my steaks medium rare, but this fucking
Yeah,
I saved it at best. I saved it at best to a well done. It was a little bit burnt. I was like, fucking lying bastard packaging. So I think next time I'll just put on a medium heat rather than just to put on the high heat. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been cooking this week, Jay. Sorry to disappoint.
That's a bit better than last week. Not the same
Oh, yeah.
old broth stoop.
Oh yeah, no. I've basically this week instead of the broth soup, I just got all the shit I put in the broth and put it straight into a fucking mixer. Just drank it. Couldn't be asked. I thought, fuck it, I'll just save 40 minutes of making it and just take it straight.
Like a juice is done.
I just put it into the juice. Yeah, I didn't put any sweet in this time. I just took the carrots. Oh, I didn't put any onions in it. I just put the carrots, the parsnips, fucking Ross, courgettes, cucumber, spinach. It was a veggie smoothie, but it tastes a little bit shit, in honesty.
Oh, I
But-
thought it would have been quite sweet.
I think maybe if I probably put less of the green stuff in it. I think parsnips probably makes it a lot better, but usually tastes a little bit like you're eating grass.
Okay.
I remember I had fucking cabbage juice like a fucking week before, and oh, that is grim.
I can't
It
do
usually
cabbage.
cabbage. I used to be they used to give it to prisoners to treat oh, they're called fucking stomach ulcers.
Okay.
And they'd give him the cabbage juice for like 2 weeks, and it basically would heal all the ulcers like an old remedy. But fuck me, it is fucking vile. It literally, it's like very hard to drink it. I felt like I was like drinking grass when I was having it, but I did feel like a lot better and a lot more energy after I had it. But I did feel like ill. I think it has too much of some sort of vitamin. I can't remember what it is. I felt like a little bit car sick after a few days, but I did feel like pretty good after the first one. So I might every year I might have like a cabbage juice just sort of keep things in check and get a nice kick of it. 'Cause I think it's like a vitamin which you don't really get much of, but like once you have, I don't know, a portion of it here and there, you're pretty much set for a good fucking few months.
Nice.
So,
Nice. Thanks for that, Mike. We'll pop back in with you next week. Yeah. So the last thing I've got on my list here is what everybody's been waiting for.
I just
Mike.
want to go on Pornhub really quickly, just so I can.
Mike's porn pick of the
find-
week.
Oh, look at this one. This one's like the first fucking picture.
Is that it? The first thing you see? Is it a little bit
This
first
is. Well, this looks well. What I like about this one, yeah, the man has the right physique in this one. Like last week, yeah.
What is it with a man again, Mike? He's trying to
Yeah,
tell
but
us something.
no, but last week, yeah, it looked like a fucking gazelle was trying to tackle a lion. It was wrong. Okay, it didn't look right.
Yeah, but so what's the scenario? What are you seeing?
What, last week or this week now?
No, this week now.
This week now, well, it's just a man who's looks like he's the man for the job. He's got two nice ladies. One lady's bent over, the other lady's sort of like sitting on top of her. So it looks like he's almost doing like a drop set where he's got one girl on top where you can smash her for a good, I don't know, 3 minutes, and then you can give the next girl underneath him another good rogering for another 2 minutes, and then proceed back. So he looks like he's well equipped. Whereas, yeah, last week the guy didn't look like he knew what he was doing. It looked actually, it's like if you look on Pornhub now, yeah, I'm not sure if you get the same one, but underneath this picture now is exactly what I'm saying. There's this girl who's looking behind and to say, "What's this guy doing?" And the guy literally looks like he's fucking. This guy looks very young. It's like looks like fucking not long turned 16. This guy can't be though, but he looks very fucking young. Basically, the description reads, "Stepbro, I know she's my sister, but she's also super hot," which is okay. Obviously a weird sort of fucking fetish. Not my cup of tea, to be honest, but this one, which I say is a lot more.
Is it the one?
Better.
Is it the one that you were talking about? Is it two women looking up, POV kind of style?
I wouldn't say it's POV. This one is more just looking at the camera, not like the camera, like the third camera, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to show this to the audience. Sorry.
So no, we'll keep it PG for the kids. I think it's a little bit too late for that, but
Yeah, fucking way too late for that one. We've had cameras up the asses, down the dick, fucking gagging on cameras, fucking.
it's something which I don't think a child can handle without a parental guidance sitting next to it. So I think as long as a kid has a parent sitting with them, it's all fine. I think he'll get away with it.
Yeah, Mike.
I need to be the parent trying to explain our conversations. Yeah.
Well, there might be a little bit of swearing here and there. Nothing like a little bit of editing can't fix. Just get a few here and there, and you'll be all good.
Too funny, man. Too funny.
So where we at, Rob?
Like 59 minutes, 53 seconds.
Nice.
It's a good one, boys.
Anything else you'd like to cover?
No, I got nothing else on my list, man. Is there anything anybody else wants to say?
No, I think I'm all good for this week. I've cleansed the soul for this week.
You have been cleansed, my child.
Oh, are we wrapping this one up?
Yeah. Do you want to wrap it up?
I ain't wrapping this up. Fucking hell. That's too scary. That's your job.
Okay. I'll do it. Okay, man. So, yeah. 2 hoodies, 2 t-shirts. Offcoastclothing.com. Coming soon. And we out.
Ciao.
Now.